Just before we get into this video, which is a review of some tracks off of Hagen Roesler's album, or Hagen Roesler's album, Immanuel, I didn't actually realize that I was reviewing tracks specifically off of the album until now, after I've edited it. Just bear that in mind going forward. You can also listen to the album on Spotify if you want. I was looking through the YouTube videos, but there's also the whole entire album on Spotify if you're interested. So yeah, enjoy the review. Just figured I'd clarify that. See you soon. Sup Shredders, my name is Logan, aka Spiderhands, and welcome to SP Reviews, where today we're going to be reviewing some tracks by an act named Hagen Roesler. And if we switch over to here, we've got the first track, which is Chainbreaker, featuring Silicon Hagen Roesler, Worship Songs 2021. We're going to listen through 3 tracks from start to finish. We're going to hear what we think, starting with, of course, Chainbreaker. Let's go. Oh, it's nice to come in with the palm muted guitar parts, drums and the bass. Got some worship music going on here. Freed me from chains. Well, let us come before his presence with thanksgiving from our heart. Okay. Just before I go any further, the flashing lights in this video, I'm probably going to have to put a little warning before I put this. Before the start of the review, like I'm going to edit that in, just because I can imagine that there may be some people who are quite sensitive to like flashing lights that they might have issues with this. So it's not a complaint against the people involved with the video or anything like that. It's just something I'm going to have to put a little bit of a disclaimer in at the start. So you'll probably already have seen that though, so it's fine. Okay, really chilled vocal performance from both singers involved. Nice drum fills there as well. They sound like the great chemistry between the people involved on the mics. Some great unison notes there. Yeah, no, I'm happy with it so far. Oh, organs and distorted guitar. Wasn't expecting distorted guitar here, although I'm really glad that we do have distorted guitar, because I feel like if we hadn't had something to increase the intensity of the guitar parts later on the track, this would have just been a really, really constantly chilled 5 minutes. I feel like that may have been too tonally similar. Nice use of the blues scale as well with the vocal parts. Or the vocal harmonies, I suppose. For is our Lord the only way we know. I'm liking the story that we're telling alongside the distorted guitars and the drums and bass and everything. I don't get a lot of worship music come through that's done this way. A lot of it is like steel string guitars or like slightly crispy overdriven tones. To have something a little bit heavier is really cool. Hey, church organs coming in. They're resonating on top. It's really cool. Yeah, the guitar parts are simple, but they just add a nice little bit of mid to low end that resonates well, or syncs up well with the bass, the drums, and those organs on top, and the vocals, of course. The rock of our salvation. And back into this part here. Cool. Like, again, like, don't get me wrong, I like the production quality of this, the video here. I think it's a cool video. Let us come before his presence with thanksgiving from our heart. Let us joyfully shout to him. Like, there's a very similar vocal melodic sequence going on here that we're harmonizing with each other with, and I think it works well for a single. Don't let us stand apart. I am wondering if there's going to be like a difference later on. At least both of them having a great time, eh? Oh, a little bit changed there with the melody, that's cool. Again, I'm liking the change with those drum fills as well. I'm hoping that the guitar gets to do something fun later on though. Like, I feel like a lot of what makes this experience is the audio-visual experience, the combination of the video and the audio. If I was listening to this song without the videos, I'd probably be wanting more to happen from the instrumental section. Not that I think that it's a bad song or anything, but I'd be wanting more change, more development in that other crowd. This is what I was looking for. Cool. I mean, like, I know I had this before, but still, like, I'm liking that change there. It came at the right time. Because I think we've also got some arpeggios going on there as well, which is pretty dope. Oh, I thought one of them was going to go a bit higher there to really kind of stretch the harmony a little bit, but that's fine. That's okay. We are really, really confident with this musical theme here on the hook. Occasionally she's going high. She could... Oh, I thought they were going to go higher. They're flirting with it. Have a solo or something. It was 5 minutes. Those wonderful instrumentalists alongside the vocalists. Again, I don't think it's a bad song. I just feel like there was a lot of space where we could have had like a guitar solo or something like that, or even like a lead line over the top of the vocals there. What's this? Hope Media. Oh, you got those trap drums coming in. That's cool, dude. Spread the gospel. That's the most thuggish kind. That's cool, man. I dig it. It's cool, man. I like that. That's the first song. We got this next one, I Can See Your Tears. So let's go for there. To official video, Christian Music 2021. The latest Christian Music 2021 from the album Immanuel by Hagen Roesler and friends. Oh, I get it. So like this is cool. I'm getting a real kind of mix of songs from him today. It's dope. Okay, we got a real firm groove going on with these distorted guitars and the drums. And the piano parts are fun as well. Even if your face is dry, I can feel your fears, even if you don't cry. Oh, they're dancing along to it. I didn't really talk about what the first track was about though, did I? The first track. Hang on a minute. Yeah, I'm not sure what Chainbreaker was about. Just before I go back to the other one, I wanted to sort of like talk about this. Chainbreaker, showing faith to the Lord, were they the Chainbreaker? Were they the Chainbreaker who saved us from salvation? Were they the one meant to free us? Oh, of course. I get it now. No, it's fine. I get it. So they were talking about how the Lord was a Chainbreaker because they freed us so that we wouldn't be tied down to the. I think I get it. I Can See Your Tears though. Track number 2. It's a fun little thing to have people dancing in this. I can feel your fears, even if you don't cry. I can look in your heart, I can see every part. Hear what nobody hears, and dry your tears. Try. I see your tears. Is this like meant to be like the Lord seeing your tears and wanting to take care of you or something like that?
Don't be afraid, just trust in me, 'cause your life
Nice
is
bass line
not
here.
mine.
Like, I know I'm in pausing a lot. I apologize for this. I'm just trying to sort of take it all in. There was a lot to appreciate there with the distorted guitar, bass, and drums before, and the piano line alongside the vocals that were really perky, and I think there was some backing vocals as well. A lot to
I'm here to
appreciate.
set you free. I can take away your pain. I'll wipe the tears right from your heart. I will help you through. Take you to a brand new start. I am helping you. I can see
That was a funky bass line going with the slaps alongside his held notes. I dig it. It's a fun song to listen to.
tears, even if your face is dry. I can feel your fears, even if you don't cry. I can look in your heart. I can see every part. Hear what nobody hears and dry your tears.
So basically they're saying, yeah, I know you're scared even if you don't show it. I'm going to help you to sort of like get you through this. I'm going to take you to the next place where things are better. Is that my understanding?
If you're feeling
song?
lonely and sad, even thousands are around. When you think you're going mad, on your feet there is no ground. You're falling and there is nowhere back in the bad dream. Nobody seems to understand. Nobody hears you scream. I can see your tears.
I was kind of expecting there to be something alongside the guitar line or the bass line for that, but like a second build or something like that. We went through into the chorus really well though.
Even if your face is dry, I can feel
It's a
your
catchy,
fears,
cool response
even
to the
if you
guitar
don't
parts.
cry. I can look in your heart, I can see every part. Hear what nobody hears and dry your tears. I can see your tears, even if your face is dry. I can feel your fears, even if you don't cry.
We're comfortable with this hook line, that's cool.
I can see every part. Hear what nobody hears and dry your tears.
Okay, we're going back to that musical thing. This is what I wanted in the previous song. I like the fact that we've got it in this one, which is a shorter form factor, but I feel like we could have had a guitar solo in our previous track. This is exactly what I wanted. It's a nice palate cleanser, you know?
I can see your tears.
Cool. Cool. You could have even had like the first half clean and then like the second half like a distorted guitar doing a widdly solo or something like that, you know?
Even if your face is dry, I can feel your fears, even if you don't cry. I can look in your heart, I can see every part. Hear what nobody hears and dry your tears. I can see your tears, even if your face is dry. I can feel your fears, even if you don't cry. I can look in your heart, I can see every part. Hear what nobody hears and dry your tears.
I'm liking the increase of the snare as the urgency of the snares here going double time here is a fun change.
I can see your tears, even if your face is dry. I can feel your fears.
Nice change in drums as well.
I can look in your heart, I can see every part. Hear what nobody hears and dry your tears.
Okay. All right. I don't want to say about this one. I'm just kind of like, oh, we got the trap drum introduction here as well. That's cool. Yeah, okay. I can see your tears. I think the vocals were done well. I think that the hook line was meant to be really catchy and it was reinforced and everything was in sync with the vocals, especially in the hook. I like the story here where it's kind of saying, yo, I know you're struggling. We'll get you through this and things will improve and have faith. You know, I like that. I feel as if there could have potentially been some more work into the builds for like the second bridge going into the chorus as well as the guitar solos. It just feels like the guitar solo is there just literally for a change as a device to go between the two hooks, like the second to last and then the outro hook that was repeated. And like I just, yeah, it's not that I think it was done badly or anything like that. It's fine. It's just there's like hints that Hagen Roesler knows how to really make a song just slap, and there's just these little things that would have, in my opinion, subjectively made it super fantastic. Like just if you just had that that guitar solo, especially because you've got the distorted rhythm guitars, right? So having a distorted lead guitar would have been like stylistically, would have been like tonally consistent there. And you could have had it like, kind of like, yeah, you didn't have to do the cheesy kind of, wow. You didn't have to have that ending there. You could even have it like come down kind of like the end of that solo did, but just felt like you just kind of like went like kind of flatlined into that hook there. That's my feelings on that song. Everything else was like cool, and I dig it, and I think it served its purpose really well. And finally, we've got Your Word, Christian music video with lyrics by Hagen Roesler and Friends, Christian Song 2022. Let's go. Nice rim shots there. Some synths there are fun. Nice piano tune. There's a nice effects chain on those high notes.
Your word is a light to me in the darkest places.
I like lyric videos. I like it when they make it really easy to understand what the words are.
Lord, I will never hide away from you. The people of this world keep treasures down here. Mine is down in heaven up with you.
There's lots of space in this arrangement for, you know, Hagen to come in here with his vocals. I'm liking the synthy bits as well as the guitar parts and piano and drums. It's nice and neutral. There's a sense of hope and optimism from it though at the same time, but also a sense of equilibrium.
My heart's desire is
Oh.
to know you better.
Bring it up for that major twist. That's cool.
Some people say
There's an
it's
extension of the harmony though, which is kind of
fantasy.
interesting.
But I know deep down I cannot be mistaken. Trusting you is my reality. Jesus, let your melody leave a sweet sound in my soul. And from my breath I will return a song of praise. There is a rhythm
Okay.
of your love within the message that you bring.
Hagen Roesler does sound a little bit more confident and comfortable within this track, and it shows with the vocal performance here. It's nice and relaxed. It matches the tonality of the rest of the instruments in the mix.
As creation lifts its voice to sing.
You really can't have any sort of veracity in this or any sense of aggression from the individual components because the synth parts and the guitar and the harmonies there and the halftime approach is just too gentle, you know?
Lord, tune me to a song of praise. Forever, yes, you reign. As I dance to your heartbeat for all of my days. And let your Holy Spirit remind me once again to trust you, Lord, my God, in every way.
We're gonna have distorted guitars. What are we gonna do to change it up from here? Because we're almost halfway through. Like, where do we go from here? Do we keep it at a similar sort of dynamic consistency here? Are we gonna have a complete theme shift? What's gonna occur? I don't think we really need to change it up too much. I like the way this kind of loops into itself.
Living in your shadow.
It's a good storytelling device.
Protected and preserved here in your love. Because of you, I'm hopeful for tomorrow. No other God so holy that I serve. Until my day comes when I get to see you. I have a feeling that I really can't explain. Face to face and knees bent right before you. In front of him who carried all my shame. Jesus, let your melody leave a sweet sound in my soul. And from my breath I will return a song of praise. There is a rhythm of your love within the message that you bring. As creation lifts its voice to sing. Lord, tune me to a song of praise. Forever,
I like the fact we got the little kind of tingly synth on top syncing up to when he sings. I like each of his syllables. I think it's great.
I dance to your heartbeat for all of my days. And let your Holy Spirit reminds me once again to trust you, Lord my God, in every way. Jesus, let your melody leave a sweet sound in my soul. And from my breath I will return a song of praise. There is a rhythm of your love within the message that you bring, as creation lifts its voice to sing. Lord, tune me to a song of praise.
This is very, I'm just wondering if we could have done more here or done something differently.
Forever, yes, you
Because, like, this is kind of what we had before.
your heartbeat for all of my days.
Like, it's something that you can sort of meditate to. It's very gentle. It sort of makes me feel very, very zen.
And let your Holy Spirit remind me once again to trust you, Lord my God, in every way.
I mean, like, it's very easy to sort of, like, understand the story, not least because you have the lyric video with a really pretty artwork. Like, I really love the animations that we have here. It's really, really well done. You know, your word, having faith in God. You know, let your Holy Spirit remind me once again to trust you, Lord, my God, in every way. I feel like you could have easily had like distorted guitars come in. Like, it's not me trying to make it like metal or something like that, because this is the conclusion. It's not like I want the people that I listen to always have the guitars become distorted later on. I understand that the focal point of this song is the hook line, the vocals of the song. I understand that, like, musically, you know, textually, thematically, it makes a lot of sense. It's well written, the story is well told. People will understand what it's about, and those who relate to it and kind of vibe with it are gonna have a great time. I just feel like there could have been like an extra something in that last chorus. Like, you could have added some like whole notes strummed power chords or something like that, or again like another lead melody or something like that, or maybe like had a little bit of a low end reinforcement there, or you could have taken away the drums or something like that, or you could have done something. I feel like Hagen Roesler again is very good at his like theme construction musically. Each of the 3 songs I've listened to today have had core musical concepts that I've really appreciated. They're very catchy. But it's almost like we know that we need something extra, and so we do that extra thing. I guess it's just a purely subjective thing. Maybe the kind of music that we're working with here is obviously more centered around the story, and the music is literally an accompaniment to that. There is just I feel like there's a missed opportunity here. Just something at that last minute for that final time through the chorus that could have elevated it a little bit, you know. Just because you had lots of space in that arrangement to be able to put something extra in the midst to even the highs or even the lows, you know, just we had that space. But it's just me being picky and pedantic. When I listen to someone who can clearly sing, who clearly has a fundamental understanding of music, you know, arrangement and composition, I get greedy and I ask for more. I don't know what Hagen Roesler has written outside of this. With these 3 tracks, we had Chainbreaker, I Can See Your Tears, and then Your Word. I don't know which was my favorite one. I mean, I liked what we were doing in each of them. Like, I liked elements of each of them. There are parts where, like, I thought we could have had more, but that's really the worst gripe I can have with it. Let's just go through the conclusion how I would typically do so. The music, I think, was about, you know, Chainbreaker was about like the Lord setting us free and by breaking our chains and allowing us to have a better life through that. I Can See Your Tears is about God or the Lord knowing exactly how you're feeling even when you don't show it, and being able to sort of like find healing through faith in God. And then Your Word is trusting the Lord's word and being loyal to that and being faithful to that. And I think this is stuff that obviously a lot of people relate to and everybody appreciates, you know? I think it's great stuff to write music about, especially if you're really, really passionate about it, like Hagen Roesler and friends are. Good on him. They've written 3 songs and I like them. I like them for the most part. The singing in them, you know, Hagen Roesler is a really charismatic vocalist who is clearly capable of writing catchy vocal melodies in there and emoting the way that's required for the material to stick. I think that in addition to that, he shows solid vocal technique, works well within his range, and he doesn't try to overextend it or overdevelop it. He works well, like collaborating with Silke, who I think it was in the first song with him, and but he's great with other people and by himself. So well done to him as a singer. The structure of the song had that traditional verse chorus thing. I think I Can See Your Tears had again that guitar solo. And there were interlude bits in there, but it was mainly sort of contemporary pop oriented there. With that verse chorus. Some of them had bridges as well, though, to be fair. I think that the first track had a verse bridge chorus structure. The instrument performances were really good. Again, for the final time, I know it's thoroughly vocal oriented. I liked the drum fills that occurred, but I know that the drums were primarily there just as a rhythmic device. They didn't really have their own personality, which is a shame. I like it when I hear bands and their songs and their music, and I hear each of the instruments involved have their time to shine, you know? Even if it's just something simple, it's just you're acknowledging that they exist and you're allowing them to show their skill and humanity alongside that. And I just feel like everything aside from the vocals in this mix, even the guitar solo, which was very sort of conservative and restrained, I just feel like it was maybe not to the benefit of the music. There were some interesting harmonies that were going on, and I will admit that like I liked how the different ideas harmonized. There was dynamic range to the performances. I enjoyed the fact again that we combined the distorted guitars with the other elements of the mix, and I appreciate the fact that we tried to make 3 really catchy tracks. And again, I think the catchiness is there. They're memorable. A lot of people will be able to relate to them and appreciate the messages that they're putting forward. They are fantastic, positive messages. And I got nothing but respect for it, but at the same time, I just feel like there could have been more done. I just feel like there could have been more done instrumentally with these tracks to really make them pop. I would have to like demonstrate, but that's not my job as a reviewer. My job is to talk about what's in front of me, and I don't consider this to be a criticism. It's just potential that I can see for growth. I think that if Hagen Roesler was to utilize more of the other elements of his mixes and compositions more in future, that he'd have some really compelling, really interesting music on his hands. And I look forward to seeing what they do next. I suppose before we go, the production quality was fantastic. I've got nothing but love for the recording, mixing, mastering, the EQing, and sort of stereo panning instruments. The effects chains involved were great. I have no issues whatsoever with the production or the vocal parts at all. Really happy with it. Good on Hagen Roesler for their work on these 3 tracks, but that is effectively my review. And hopefully you enjoyed it. My review of Hagen Roesler's various tracks. If you enjoyed this, please do go show Hagen Roesler some love via their various social medias and YouTube page. Stay cool and stay safe, and please remember to support your local musicians and artists at this point in time, as they need the help more than ever with all the crazy stuff going on in the world. And I'll catch you in the next review. Spiderhands out.